What's up, everybody? It's me, Sean, from Mad Indie Media. I'm here today with GFM, Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh. They are on their national tour with Fozzy. Ladies, how's it going? Can we get a little introduction? Can you tell us who you are and what you do in the band?
Good, we're good. This is Maggie. She's the bass player and screamer. This is Lulu, the baby, because we're all sisters. She plays drums, and then I'm the oldest. I'm CJ, and I play guitar and sing duo vocals with Maggie.
Fantastic. So, as a group of sisters, how is your writing process kind of influenced? How did you come up with your name? How does being a faith-based band kind of inspire your writing and your message? What's the scoop?
For sure.
So our name, kind of to start with, was our parents' idea. Our mom wanted to kind of give back the three gifts that were given to God. We were the three gifts given to her, and so she wanted to kind of have that like resemblance as we grew up, and we stuck with it ever since. And we go by GFM because it fits on our cheerleading outfits.
And it's Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh is a big mouthful.
Yeah, but writing with sisters, I feel like it helps process so much. It helps everything really, traveling, on stage, writing, because you have that bond that you can't really get with anyone else. You can become really close with people, but there's nothing like a family bond. And so being able to kind of read each other's minds and know like when someone needs space, or know when like how to comfort someone, because you've lived with them for so long. And when we're writing, it's just this like unique blend of everyone's personal favorite music taste, because we all listen to a variety of things, but when we come together, it makes us together so well. And people always ask us like, how do you get your sound? And it's like, well, we all listen to so many different things, and we come together, and
Different interests.
yeah, it makes us so well, and it's never like clashed or anything, which we're really grateful for. And then just with traveling and everything, obviously there's fights and stuff because we're sisters, like we're all stuff traveling with our family, but it really helps with not getting homesick because we have our family with us. Our mom and our dad can come with us.
Mom and dad are right over there.
We're really blessed to have that opportunity, and we can like go to each other whenever we want, and we're close, so like we can say whatever we want, and it's never that like, oh, no one understands like what I'm going through. Like you've had your family there with you, and so it really is just like one big family traveling around together. And
Let's barrier.
like you said, we're a faith-based band. We're all Christians in the band, and so we definitely want our music to be a positive message, and we want people leaving our concerts and like after they're done listening to our music, we want them to feel uplifted and encouraged, because we've been in those like times of our life where we felt down, and obviously we want to keep it real, and we write about those times, but we also write how to get through it, and we write what helped us and what we've seen helped others. And we want people to know like we are humans, we do experience those things, but we believe in a God, and we believe that he was there for us when we needed him the most, and he's there for you always, even in the good times and in the bad times. So we are here just sharing our truth, and we never shove it down anyone's throat, because we wouldn't want someone to do that to us, but we believe it's true. And so how selfish do we have to be to keep it from someone if we believe that's the hope and peace of continuing life on this earth, and not like being depressed 24/7, because we have that hope and peace of heaven and eternity with God. So we're out here just sharing our truth and praying with other people, and we have people a part of our community that don't believe in God and don't believe the same beliefs that we have, and we welcome those people, and we don't ever want to push everyone away and be like only Christians can listen to us, because that's not true at all. Like we welcome everyone, and if they disagree with what we believe, we want them to come to us and like prove us wrong, basically, because we believe the Bible is 100% true, and we have both biblical and historical facts that back our faith. So we encourage people to come and try to like disagree with us.
Absolutely.
We want to open that
like
conversation.
I think that is fantastic, especially today in the echo chamber of the world today. It is very important to invite people who have different ideas than you, to discuss things, and talk about things. So that's really fantastic that this is a driving force for you. And although it's not required for your fans or listening or anything like that, it's something you believe in and follow and spread. So that is fantastic. So a little bit more about your start. I know that you kind of got together around maybe 2014-15 as this group.
Yeah.
Was there any previous iterations of this band?
Yes, we started when we were little babies, so we like to say all since birth. But when we got into music, our parents wanted us to be like more around individuals. So like everyone starts the piano, and like we started at like 5, started piano. Maggie started, she still kept with it. I hated piano, and I was like, oh Lord, I hate this so much. I was like, I want to do guitar. And it's really funny because like both of our parents, like all of our parents, are they're not musical at all. So like they don't sing, they don't play any instruments, but we grew up listening to 80s hair metal, and so we love the 80s, and that's what we do. But since I never like saw like a guitar before, it's really interesting that we all like blue pick drums at 4.5, and like we were like, what in the world? Like even our mom was like, no, we're not gonna have drums in the house, and then she kind of caved, and like it's good that she kind of caved because now we're here where we are. But we started playing like cover songs like Christian Contemporary, Skillet, Petra, and then we went to Rockville 2014. And Maggie was more like into like the heavier scene. Like we didn't even know what metal was, like even hard rock maybe. And she was like listening to Bring the Horizon and asking Alexandria and Mastodon. And she was like, oh my word, this is so cool. And so she was showing us, and we we're like, this is cool. And then she showed us Flyleaf with Lacey Sturm.
So she's the gateway.
Yeah, and then I was like, Maggie,
right
you have to scream like that. And she was like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, Maggie, you have to. And I'm really grateful that she does now, because she's one of the best screamers that like I know, and I'll say that not just because she's my sister, but yeah, I mean that's where we are now. Like we were playing shows from Craigslist because we didn't know how to get started. We were in the industry, we were just doing it just for fun, and so we were playing like on the back of truck beds and like little D-Land Paloozas and stuff like that.
And now I'm doing positive,
you know, just you keep going, you keep with the passion, and even when it seems like no one cares or it just seems like giving up because it's not going anywhere, that's when we knew to keep striving harder, and this is where we are now.
Incredible, that was awesome. So you wrote your first album in 2016, is that correct?
Yes.
So that was called Identity Crisis.
Yes. Yeah. We had an EP, which was Death of Giants, and that was like the first songs we ever wrote. We don't really promote that one because it's not the best, but yeah, our first album we wrote with Identity Crisis with Jake Jones and Justin Forshaw from We Is Human, and they really helped us understand how to write, what we wanted to write, and then it just kind of blew from there, from 04 and then Taking Over, and then our new stuff is going to come out pretty soon in May.
Around that time, that's when you first originally started touring. Do you have any favorite parts of tour, any least favorite parts of tour? Are there any good tour pit stops? I know people in the South kind of prefer Buc-ee's, up north it's more Sheetz, stuff like that. Tell us about tour.
We definitely had our fair share of like going to those famous like gas station stops and everything. But our family was always, our parents were like, you don't know when it'll be your last tour. We want you to not only experience the shows and the people, but also experience things that are around you and not just spend your off days like in the van or in a hotel. So we went to Niagara Falls, we went to see Mount Rushmore, what else did we do? We saw a bunch of zoos. We went to a lot of fun zoos, a lot of like caves and parks and stuff. And we kind of we vlog a lot of our tours, and so all of it is on our YouTube channel of just us as little kiddos like running around these places, like, oh my god, look at everything. But we still vlog because we just want to have those memories like when we grow up to be able to look back on and go look at ourselves and cringe because of how tiny we were. But yeah, we definitely have like a lot of those fun memories, and since we are family, it's really special because you have those memories with your family and you don't have to like go home and try to relay everything, like you did it together. Yeah,
definitely. And I was actually able to check out a couple of vlog episodes, which I thought were really neat, and that's cool that you're creating that extra content for your fans. I was just curious if you have any YouTube channels that you're particularly fond of, or any YouTube personalities that you might follow or potentially draw influence from.
Yeah, there's a bunch. I know Lulu's been really getting into Twitch, sort of like her Ludwissy, and so that's where she twitches from. But we get a lot of inspiration from like, I don't know, Mr. Beast, because he does all those like really cool like figure things and like the giveaways, and then from, I don't know, there's so many different vloggers.
There's a lot of bands who vlog that once we started vlogging, because we just did it for memories, and then once we realized people actually really enjoyed it, we started, I Prevail has one that they do of just like behind the scenes plus like show footage that we really enjoy. And there's just a bunch of like random YouTuber videos that we look up in the bus and we're like dying laughing. And our parents are like, why do you think this is funny? We're like, no, you don't get it. It's hilarious. And so there's just a bunch of like random YouTube like videos that we watch. I don't even know if it's just specific channels, but we'll find the most random ones and then we'll be like, dude, we gotta do this for our channel. And our parents are like, what?
I did like notice you have a take on Will It Blend.
Oh, yes, we do. We have
Will It Fry?
Yeah, Rhett and Lee. We watched them a lot growing up, and so we're like, dude, we have to do a video like that. And so let's do Will It Fry. Except we broke our fryer. Like 2 episodes in, we broke our fryer, and we never got a new one. So.
What were you cooking when the fryer broke?
We cooked so many different things. What
We
was
stuck a whole frozen pizza in it.
yeah,
You did,
and then
yeah.
and it started like
I think
explode like in the it was starting really getting like the almost oil fire, and we were like, dude,
think-
like
I
mom
think
is asleep, she's gonna kill us.
For science.
It was.
It's our YouTube vlog.
So obviously 2020 was a year like no other. Y'all went out on an acoustic tour that year. What is it like when Beauty Core goes acoustic? Did you write any songs purposefully acoustic? Did you write them in the metal style and translate them later?
I think that I would say we made new songs because they're the same songs, but we had to totally change them because like Bones is pretty much all screaming except like the one melodic chorus. And so we totally changed the whole thing. I think we even brought it up higher to a higher signature. And it's just one of like the prettiest songs and like the softest songs we have. So it was just a really big learning curve for us because we were really stuck into the like in your face metal, like what can we bring with energy wise and strong emotion, and then to how can we change it melodically, and it's the same situation but a different emotion.
Yeah.
So these 3 songs that we do through our VIPs, which are only specifically for VIPs, like through Selfish, we won't play live on like the big stage, but we're gonna play for like our VIPs. So it's just like that cool special thing. But it was really interesting for us.
And we also get to do some fun covers. Because
Yeah.
when we do our metal set, we just do our original songs. But when we do our acoustic sets, it's more like fun to include some covers that everyone can sing along to. So it was fun to pick those. I think we did end up doing one from like Titanic, and so it was
We
fun to
did
just like goof off and do some fun like acoustic
We did
sets.
Jimmy Eats World, and then we did
My heart will go on.
yeah, My Heart Will Go On, and then we did oh my word, Jumper
Oh,
by
that's
Third Eye
fun.
Blind.
All good covers, and everybody loves to sing along, so that is fantastic.
It is fun.
It's good to give that experience to the fans, especially the VIP fans, to get such a special, intimate experience like that. It's something really unique and cool.
Today we're actually doing our record for highest VIPs, so it's gonna be really cool.
Wow,
It's gonna be packed.
congratulations, that's awesome. So I'm tacking on to the 2020 tour and the acoustic tour and everything like that. Like I said, obviously we had the pandemic that year. Did you notice any specific challenges as a touring musician at that time that were difficult to adapt to?
Yeah, it was hard at first because obviously shows got canceled and festivals got canceled. But we have never been like, we were raised to jump over hurdles and to not like be stopped. And so we weren't gonna let anything stop us from doing what we believe we're called to do. So we went straight to like Twitch and YouTube and Instagram lives, and we created a whole life schedule, which we still stick to today. So we're really like thankful of that. Obviously, it was a very unfortunate situation, but to see the silver lining, we're very thankful for what we were able to create out of it. And we go live at 8 p.m. every Tuesday now on our Twitch, and we go live every 8 p.m. on our Instagram on Fridays. And we were live on our YouTube live, and so we actually did an acoustic e-tour. So it was an online tour. We were taking over a lot of our sponsorships like SJC and Orange Chips and Schecter Guitars. Like we did a lot of Instagram lives kind of visiting each place, but it was just like their Instagrams and stuff. But yeah, we didn't let anything stop us from doing what we wanted to do. We actually learned how to produce our own music, and we filmed our own music videos and edited them. So Smile and Where Were You, we actually did ourselves. And so we just kind of used it as a learning time and a learning experience, and kept producing stuff, producing content, producing music, and we truly like grinded out. People were like, man, this is like the most time I've ever had off. We're like, this is the busiest we've ever been.
Yeah, so true. It's weird how that happened. It was either you were busier than you've ever been, or completely stagnant. It's a weird year for us all. But during that year and during that tour, that happened to also be the time that you caught the eye of Joey Strigis.
Yes.
And Joey Strigis, in case you don't know, is a producer who works with bands such as Attack Attack and Bless the Fall. And y'all were able to work with him on your track, Give Me a Sign. What was it like working with Joey?
It was definitely like an amazing thing. Like we still were in awe, and it was such a like, oh my god, I can't believe we're working with him. Especially with this whole like roster of bands. And we were writing with Eric Farnell and Billy Decker, who was already like big in the country world, and so he was like, I want to try like my middle side. And so they did Oh the Whore, and so they showed Oh the Whore to Joey Strigis, and he loved that. And so he's the one that really helped master it and make Operation Takeover. And I don't know where like the song could be without him. Like it just amplified it. And it's funny, he was would like Snapchat us at like 2 or 3 in the morning. He's like, look, I'm gonna add tambourine to your song, just like videoing him like tambourine and like recording it. It was really funny.
Oh, goofy dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the life of a producer.
It was so good.
Yeah, so most recently, now you're on your tour here with Fozzy. Fozzy's frontman is former WWF Undisputed Champion Chris Jericho. So this is a very interesting tour for you all. How did this come about, and how has it been so far? Last night you were at the Stone Pony. Tell us a little bit about this tour.
For sure. It's really crazy how it all went down. And we kind of really went into depth when we did Chris Jericho's podcast. And I think they just posted it last Wednesday. And he was explaining from his book, like no is a 4-letter word, and how you have to be at the right time and always make sure that you have your best face forward and really put in all, even if there's just one person in the crowd. Because when we played Rockfest 2019, or was it 2020? 21. And we were playing a side stage from Rockfest, and so we were still like getting started, getting exposure. And one of his team members from Fozzy watched us, and we had no idea. And so we were rocking out, we met with everyone, and then a year later, we played the same festival Fozzy was headlining, and Broad Days in Wisconsin. And
The whole team came out.
the whole team was watching us. We had no idea. And so they're for the side stage, and then we go to the merch table, we're talking to everyone, and our mom was like, I need to wait for 5 minutes. We're like, well, we got a whole line, let's like talk to someone, and then we'll go backstage.
She's
She's like,
you
no,
gotta
don't
go.
understand. You gotta go. And I was like, okay, well, we'll see everyone later. And we go backstage, and Chris Jericho's there. He's like, I want to meet you ladies. Like, I'm a big fan. I love your music. I love what you do. Let's stay in contact. And we were like, yeah, everyone says that. Like, it's nice to meet you. And then you were like, here's our card. And then 2 weeks later, their booking agent called us. And they're like, hey, would you like to go on tour with Fozzy? And we were like,
So we're actually under their booking agent, and Chris Jericho, everyone's always like, is he actually like really nice? And he's such a genuine human, and he like comes out and just talks with everyone and makes sure everyone's having a good time. And we got to be on his podcast, and it's just great to see how everything worked out. And we truly believe that like there's no coincidences. So God obviously had this tour like in plan, and we've gotten to pray and witness to a lot of people on this tour. So we're very grateful for the opportunity we've been given to come out with everyone. This is our first tour with a bus, so we're very grateful for like, our whole team that's with us on the bus, and just having like a really good time. And it's actually gone so smoothly, and we were praying for it coming up and just praying for a smooth ride. And whatever happens, like we're going to jump over those hurdles and have a good time. But it's like we've been having literally a perfectly perfect time, and like going so smoothly. And every show has been incredible. We've been playing so many venues that are iconic, and we weren't sure like where we were playing really at first, but every venue has been like an iconic theater where like AC/DC has played, and
like we played at Toad's place, like in the middle of Yale, and we have never been like up in like Maine and Portland and all those places like New Jersey, and we were like seeing all of the signed pictures of the tours that went through. Like Bon Jovi was playing there, Hate Breed, AC/DC, like all these major bands. And I was like, oh my goodness, look at this place.
Yeah.
And like even Chris was like, yeah, this is like a huge place. Like we play here a lot. And we're like, oh, okay. So it was funny. Some people were like, this should be called like the Iconic Tours or Show Days Tour. And we're like, yeah, we're just really grateful. Never would have thought that we'd be playing in these like major cities. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, speaking of major cities, it seems that you have been traveling across seas pretty often to play the Loud and Proud Festival.
Mm-hmm.
You played that a number of years now,
Yes.
and you're playing it again this year. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's one of the most like fun festivals that we get to play, because overseas everyone's like, oh my word, people overseas love the music, but it's true, they genuinely love the music, and they don't stop moving. Like they move more than we do on stage sometimes. It's like, oh my word, you guys are crazy. But they're just so like genuine over there, and they treat us so well, and it's so fun to try all the new foods and everything. And because it's a German festival, so they like have us try all their treats and like all their foods, and it goes crazy every time. And we actually the first time we played over there, it was one of our biggest shows that we'd ever played. So we all got matching German tattoos, and
That is so cool.
and I think I was like 14 at the time, and they're like, yeah, we can give you a tattoo, and I was like,
You
and I was
were
like, yes, we'll get a tattoo, and I was like, okay. So we love playing the Loud and Proud Festival, and the Loud and Proud team is incredible. They're so like genuine, and they actually, part of the team flew over to come to one of our shows this year, which was really nice. So.
That is so cool. Well, ladies, thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate the time, and we are looking forward to your set. Is there anything else you would like to share with our audience?
Yeah, if you go to www.thegfmband.com, it has everything linked there. So instead of listing everything from like Spotify to Instagram to all the digital download sites, it's all linked there. So you can just click away there.
Yeah.
And we run everything. So it's not just a label running our stuff. Like we want to meet everyone. We want to talk to you. If you're too scared to come to us, we love talking to people on social media. So yeah, don't be afraid to say hi.
Fantastic. Thank you so much again. Looking forward to your show tonight.
Thank you.